And welcome to another Neoshade 123 review. This time another Power Rangers Super Megaforce review. This time we're looking at my favorite of all these figures. Or, Zords, not figures, because one's a vehicle, one's a dragon, one's really a figure. But the Red Lion Zord from Power Rangers Wild Force. My favorite series. Well, third favorite. Mystic Force was good, but I liked Wild Force a bunch. I was a kid. It was the first one I really got into. But, yeah. Comes with Wild Force Red, Ranger Key. It's got the gold, I think, and the symbol. Gold eyes painted on the helmet. Gold there, really good. Does the same thing as all the other ones. Turns into a key. And, yeah. That's basically it for the Ranger Key. Now, for the line himself, a little sorry if this is far away, but combination's kind of big. And I can't zoom, the camera doesn't let me zoom in and out during recording. I need a better camera, but, if anything, if I actually do get a bunch of views, YouTube, just saying this now, that the money from that is probably going to go into a better camera. At least the first. It's like, at least, yeah. Then it's probably going to go into more third-party stuff, which I will review, so. Because I do like reviewing toys. It's a hobby. I don't get many views, though. But I don't, not complaining. It's like, I don't care. I was just surprised I actually have 100 subscribers now. That was a goal I set 2 years ago. I finally reached it 2 years later. But, anyways. This guy's pretty cool. I mean, his gimmick is he rolls. Sadly, he does not have the little springy main pieces like the Japanese release. His mouth does not open and close like the Japanese release. But he does have one thing, kiddies. You put the Ranger Key in the back and the missile in the mouth, and yay! The kitty throws up a missile. Oh, jeez. He does have one alternate. He does have one thing, which I don't get why. But you take off the tail here, and you take off the crest on the helmet. There we go. There's a little thing here on his head, here, and you put the crest in the helmet on there, and there we go. Put that on there. Now you can't see. And then there's a little tab there, tabs slot there and a tab there, and then you put that on his head. Snap in, and there you have. I don't know. Yeah, Banana America. What were you thinking? Also on a side note, his feeties come off. That's a little odd. I don't get why. Maybe safety, or maybe different combinations with the feet. I don't know. It's weird. I will admit that. But yeah, it's pretty odd. It's supposed to be his battle mode. Just imagine quotation marks around the word battle, and that's basically it. But yeah, that's basically it for him in Lion mode. And as you probably noticed, he does have the kanji from Samurai on him. Because, I don't know. For some reason, I guess because there's a Red Lion Zord in Samurai, which was an origami Red Lion, and a Red Lion Zord in Wild Force. They're like, well, they're both Red Lion Zords. Let's put 2 and 2 together. He can be used for both. So basically, this guy forms the legendary Wild Force Megazord, which basically you take this guy, rip off his legs. There's 2 slots up here, and let's see, line them up with it. There you go. And this part back here does kind of come loose if you put pressure down on it. And there's the legendary Wild Force Megazord. Yeah. I know it's a reference to the when this guy grew really big in Wild Force and the Isis Megazord, and they formed like a it was like a Centaur Megazord or something like that. It was pretty cool, but it kind of works here too. Yeah, kind of lame though, and it's not the best combination. The one I really like, well, yeah, we gotta take this guy off, but not put the legs back on. The one I really like, you basically tear this guy to pieces like any other combiner. Tear off the legs. Take this. It's going to be the helmet, which I really do like the helmet. It's really cool. There we go. And if you notice on the sides, because it's the same on Shinkano's helmet, Shinkano, the Samurai Megazord, whatever you want to call them, there's the little origami shapes. The full, like when they're in their. And now we have a lion tadpole. I think other people have said. I know I heard it in one review of this guy that this is like the weirdest looking lion tadpole. And I'll agree, it really is. As I said, you rip them apart. Rip them apart. There's a bunch of parts. Which, yeah. Basically, you put the legs back on. How they were with the legendary Wild Force Megazord. And this one doesn't actually have a name yet, because I don't think they've actually I don't think they've actually had the thing yet, the episode yet. And then actually push that out, because you're going to pull these pegs down. And he falls backwards. He really doesn't have heels. So, take his swords off his... Oh, great. See, it'll stay in nice and tight for the Wild Force Megazord mode. Take off his swords off the sides, and basically take this, and it makes it's called a Naga something. I forget what it's called, but basically you take this, put one of them up in there. I forget which one is which, and you put this one down in here. So you have like. It's like a Naganaki. Please, I apologize for botching up any names of weapons, but basically it's like a double-bladed staff, and it's pretty cool. And you actually, some people have shown that you actually just take this and fold it like that. It pegs together, so you can slide it through the hand over here, because you're supposed to put it in this hand, according to the instructions, and you just peg it back on the other side. There you go, and it's really long. And when you open up the chest, take the lion head, put it in the chest, snaps in. Kind of scary, because the pegs in there aren't, yeah. There's that, and take this leg, put it on the green. There we go. And take the pink one and put it on the blue. Not like that. Like that. Take the helmet, put it on his head. Should probably save that for last. But then take this big old, I forget what it's called. It's the final attack sword that the samurai used. I didn't watch Samurai either, so that kind of. But there is probably the names of this is going to be the legendary Samurai Megazord, and it's pretty cool. I like this a lot more, but that's not all. Remember our missile from earlier? If you can put it back in his mouth. If you turn the key in the back, it'll fire. Yay! Screw electronics. Band-Aid of America's cheap. But that's basically it for all these Zords for right now until I guess they're probably gonna call it the Ninja Storm Mini Zord or whatever, something like that. It's the US release of Furiyamu. I forget the name. It's the green Zord that's representing Ninja Storm. And there's in the US called the Silver Rangers Zord, Q-Rex, which I freaking want badly. And then there's the Turbo Falcon Zord, which is basically the US release of Falcon, all the parts for these other guys, which you can, there's Zord builder ports everywhere. You can actually stick these all over, which is really nice. You can make your own giant clusterfuck. Oops, I'm sorry for that language there, but it literally is a cluster effer of a Zord. But you can, because of all the Zord builder ports, you can actually make your own cluster effer of a Megazord, which I find amazingly fun to do. The only parts you really can't use is this one. Any of the chest pieces, it's kind of hard to use them in it, but I'm just gonna set all those there. But yeah, that they actually gave a Megazord mode to basically what's going to be the US Falcon release, the Turbo Falcon Zord, and I find that pretty cool that they gave him his own Megazord form. But you know what? Actually, before I even go and say the closing things, the Q-Rex and the Turbo Falcon Zord are going to combine with the main one. And I bet that the name of that Zord, I'm calling it here, is going to be the Super Mega Legendary Megazord. Just saying it now, the most generic name in the world. That's what it's going to be called. But yeah, I'm putting my predictions there, and I'm probably going to put in the info for this video too, that I'm calling it now, because the series isn't going to end until this fall, so calling it now. But as usual, you know, listen to take a listen to Good Morning Cybertron. Go ahead, check me out on Twitter, like and subscribe if you want. Those are for you guys. I want to reach my goal of 100 subscribers that I know of as of today. I don't know when I actually hit it, but I'm happy that I did. And thank you to Mans99s for handling the GMC Twitter, because we probably, yeah, I bet we've got some fans because of Twitter. So yeah. And also, sorry this one's long, but kind of necessary for what it is, even though the whole ending part of naming off the Zords coming out was kind of unnecessary. Sorry guys, but that's it for this one. See you guys next time, and it's probably going to be more Transformer reviews.